Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before.
What is going on, crypto fam? How you guys doing tonight? Hope all is well. Bitcoin is moving. I know that we should all be in the green right now because Bitcoin finally got over that 2021 high and we are making moves. We're going to talk about that when we get into the charts. But with that being said, welcome to the Crypto Nightcap. We're doing this every Monday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're bringing you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use for tomorrow. And I do not do this show alone. I got one of the busiest guys in crypto, the man, the myth, the legend, Detroit's own FD White. Let's go ahead and bring him up. And you know, there it is. There it is. What's up, dude?
I'm feeling. You see me? You see, I got the.
You got the hater blockers on.
Feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. We hovering around.
Oh, does that mean to sell?
Almost, not yet. See, no,
right.
these not the sale glasses. These,
oh, okay.
All
right.
Like blocking me, man. My eyes be burning.
Dude, the glasses help. We were talking about that. The glasses definitely help, especially when I do the morning shows because I stay up all night and like, of course, like I'm working in a place that's very dark. And I come out and it's like, oh man, there's sun out there. What is this thing? And then it's like the lights from my setup. I'm like, man, this is terrible. And people are like, oh, you're trying to be like Tom. I'm not. My eyes hurt. I promise you.
Yeah,
but
he actually said that he was blocking the light and then it just stuck. So
yeah,
that's
it feels good. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right. Hey, so just so you guys know, we are transitioned over to Ecamm. All right. So that being said, you guys are going to have to cut me a little slack on today's episode. Still kind of feeling my way through the different buttons and how this all works. But hopefully it does run smooth. I did do a little bit of a dry run. FD got on here early with me and we are ready to rock. So let's do this. Let's get over to the chat. Let's say what's up to some peeps. And username, we were already mixing it up in the chat. I got you, dog.
Laser beams
there it is for you. Indie Rock Crypto in the house. Our man, our hype man, our official hype man, we call him. We got Max H in the house. He said, "Here we go, let's go." Alexander G, best mod in the house. Let me see some emojis in there for the mod queen. Welcome back, lady. Good to have you. Wix wife fine 89, and of course she was holding it down in your absence, Alexandra. So there you go. You got a tag team partner there. She's good peoples. Here we go. Crypto Billy in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Hope you had a great weekend. And of course, FD's in the chat. Heart P say, yo. Hey, Philly played good this week, man. I'm not, I'll give it to you. They played good, but the Commanders pulled one out, boy. I hope you were watching that. That bomb at the end was something special. Al Jr.'s in the house. How you doing, brother? Hope all is well with you. And Alex, so crypto, my dude, my fam, my man. He's in the house. Let's go ahead and see some otters in the chat as well. Much love to him. Army Piper's in the house. He said, "Let's get it." You know, he was helping me out today too, trying to get all set up, making sure we're squared away for this eCam transition. Eric Wallen. He said, "When is 45K happening?" Piper promised me 40. Man, I wish I would have read that before I read it. Yeah, I got nothing there, man. I told you 50K. That was my call. We'll see what happens from there. All right. Let's see. Scrolling up because we just went crazy on me here. Buck's in the house. He said, "Get it, boys. What's up, dude?" Crypto Crag. He's in the chat, dapping it up. I got you back there. Oh, so TradeFly took my advice on doing a dry run, and it worked. Who would have thought? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. All right. Massey33 said, "Good evening. How are you?" Good evening. And Piper said, "Buck is sitting in my house." I did hear him there when we were doing this setup. All right. I think we're good. So if I miss you in the chat, I'm sorry. I'll catch you a little bit later. Say something to me in the chat. Say you missed me, and I'll come back.
Before we move on, TradeFly. So
What's
last
up?
Friday, I had Rob from Digital Asset News come on my channel. We had a nice little discussion. Nice turnout. Everybody from the academy came over, man. And I blocked Alexandra G by mistake. I'm trying to do 2, 3. I'm trying to do like 4 things at once. Read the chat. I'm not really going a go live type of guy, so I'm trying to like make her a mod and do everything. I blocked her from the chat, and I just want to give a special. I apologize to the greatest mod ever to do it, and I actually added you as a mod on my channel too. So I just wanted to publicly apologize in front of the whole class. I apologize, Alexandra G, but it was not intentional.
Oh, I know she's a great person. She probably didn't care at all. She was probably laughing about it.
Yeah, she
but
knew what was happening, so she didn't really mind. But it was funny.
Going live is different, ain't it, man? Like it's not easy, like running a show and being able to articulate everything that you want to say at the same time. Your mind's in like different places at different times, so it is tough. It is a tough transition because I was doing all static before I came on here. And it was a poo show, to be honest. The first couple times I tried to run it, like I was doing good, like when I was called upon, but then it was like, "Hey, you're gonna run this," and I'm like, it was a disaster, man. All right, cool. I did see Caffeinated Crypto jumping in there a little bit late. Just want to give you a shout out, say what's up, my dude. Hope all is well. Let's go ahead and get over to the news here. And let's start it off. I think you guys are all tracking what we saw today. We're just underneath of it. Bitcoin broke 70K today. So I know you guys are feeling good. We are trending. We are sitting over top of that 2021 high. So what does that open the possibility up? If you guys remember from the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about it. All-time highs on the plate now. That is on the plate. So we're looking for that retest over top of that important area. We'll look at it on the charts. I'll point it out to you guys again. But all-time high. Definitely in play. So let's go ahead and get into the next piece of news. And it is Van Eck predicts Bitcoin will be worth $3 million and used as a global reserve asset by 2050. Let that sink in. If that happens, I'm going to be a little upset at myself because at one point I did have a few Bitcoin. But this does kind of like suit the narrative, right? Like this is kind of what I've been. I'm not going to say 3 million. 3 million is a little high for me, to be honest. But I do believe that if we look down the road, and if you're looking at an investment down the road, like you want it to be higher, right? You want to have decent profits. I think Bitcoin will provide that. If you say in 5 to 10 years, where's Bitcoin going to be at? I think it will be higher than most of your traditional investments. And that is why I am bullish on Bitcoin. So I think it's a good investment now. It's not just a matter of getting into Bitcoin, getting into that decentralization. I mean, all of that is cool, like getting away from like the government control. Got it. That's all good. But like I see it as an investment now, and I see it as a good investment. I think it is probably going to be one of the top performing investments over the next 5 to 10 years. Just a personal opinion. But FD, what do you think about that, man? You think 3 million is a little far fetched, and how do you approach your, I guess, investment strategy on Bitcoin?
3 million. What's that? 20. He said 2050. So that's what, about 25 years from now. I mean, I can see that. It's just gonna have to be a combination of factors that have to align. But I mean, the thing is though, like we think a lot of bad things are gonna start happening in like 2030, 2040 to like the dollar. So hopefully, it doesn't go to 3 million because of a dollar collapse or things like that. Hopefully, it's like more a supply demand thing, but I think a combination of all those factors will push it well into the hundreds of thousands. 3 million, I don't, I have to do some step back and then analyzing and doing some AI chat GPT crunching some number type things and whatnot. So I don't
Yeah.
know if 3 million is 25 years from now. Like who knows? Who
It
knows,
could be,
man?
right? But like I kind of see it too. Like you see this with a lot of like businesses. There's always going to be something new that comes around. And in
Yeah.
20 years, like somebody is going to have developed something that I think, may ultimately be a replacement. That's just facts. Like things come out. Like Bitcoin, unless like it actually if they really do make it a reserve, like a reserve for the US, that changes the game. That's a complete game changer. But the next office or whoever gets in, depends on who gets in, like they got to keep that train going too. So there's a few things to think about, but I mean we are constantly innovating as Americans, really as the world, right? We're constantly innovating. And I think at some point they are going to come up with something probably a little bit better, faster, probably maybe even, I don't know, maybe more secure or not, but it's hard to say. It is like you said, it's hard to really predict something like that.
It's gonna be significantly higher from where it is today. That's
Yes.
for a fact. But I can't give like a specific number. But I mean, it'll be up there. It'll be up there, and I think it's a good long term investment. Like you said,
Hmm.
from it being like a middle finger to the government, things like that has become more of like a store value and more of a safe haven. And I think that'll continue. So I am going to start putting a lot of my retirement into Bitcoin, not the whole shebang, but I will start to allocate a lot more into Bitcoin specifically, nothing else, until other things prove that they are going to stand the test of times and appreciate like Bitcoin has been appreciating. So, and being adopted like Bitcoin has been being adopted, especially by the big players. But one thing that I do, he was talking about being a reserve currency. It's like entities own too much. Like BlackRock owns a lot. MicroStrategy owns a lot. Then you got Satoshi who owns like 1 million, and nobody can access that. While it's just like it's hard for me to see like them letting these people own so much and then making it that type of a reserve asset. But I don't know. We'll see. It's just something like 25 years. I won't be thinking about Bitcoin, to be honest with you. I'll be hopefully playing with my grandkids or
Hey,
something, doing
man, if
something
that
else.
thing's at 3 mil in 25 years, we're cashed out and we're sitting pretty, man. We'll be drinking some Mai Tais on the beach together. So, uh,
Exactly.
all right, let's get over to the next article we have here, and that is going to be MicroStrategy's assets and profits to buy Bitcoin with over 240,000 BTC in its treasury, worth over 14 billion as of October 2024. So this goes back to what you're saying. These institutions are buying up all of the Bitcoin, and they are going to have control of this. So I think they're smart enough that in the short term they're going to make massive profits. When they start selling it off as the institutions, then that's probably your indicator to be like, yep, it might be time. Because I mean, they're going to drive the price up and then they're going to dump it on your face is kind of the way I see it. But
You know
we'll
what? I
see.
was thinking, now that you said that, like a lot of these, like let's say MicroStrategy, they have all these Bitcoins. When other like once the well starts to run dry over the years, they might just sell over the counter at a premium. Like I don't. You have to buy from MicroStrategy. You have to buy from BlackRock. You can't get it off
Oof.
centralized exchanges. You can't get it off. You have to buy it from Tether. You have to buy it directly from MicroStrategy. You have to buy it directly from BlackRock. So it's just one
That
of
is
those
a
things.
great point that I
Yeah.
think no
So
one is really talking about.
hey, that's why you come to the Nightcap, man.
Yeah.
That's why you come to the Nightcap, because I was just literally thinking about this the other day. Like somebody made them, all these on chain metrics, and everything, everybody talking about this is the reserves on centralized exchanges are getting lower and lower and lower. And then I'm thinking like, okay, the people who own all these Bitcoin, we can just sell it at a premium to people when the reserves run dry. And but it's just something that time will tell.
So Crypto Crack said, and I don't obviously know the validity of it. It says Virgin BTC sells for a premium now, OTC. That's interesting. So it could already be something that is there. I mean, you think about tickets too, like to sports games and stuff, and scalpers and WrestleMania. Like they buy all those things up, right? And then they wait, and then they sell it for a premium, and they make money off of that. So that's not something I really thought about, to be honest with you. My thought process was that the institutions are going to take over the mining at some point, and I think that they're going to control the whole thing. And then, they, even if they take a loss on the power or whatever the case may be, the electricity that they have to pay for, I think that having that control of the whole process is going to be important to them. And that would fall in line too with what you're saying. So they would be mining it, they would have, the majority share of it, and then they could sell it OTC at a premium. Yeah, man, I don't know. Could be a thing for sure. All right, you guys know what time it is. We got to bring up our third member here, Mr. Elmer Fudd. All right, the oil markets are trading like we are in a recession. Oil prices are down another 7% today and now down 20% over the last 6 months. Despite record high stock prices and a Fed calling for a soft landing, oil markets are crashing. What are the oil markets telling us? And this comes from the Kabisi letter. It was very hard for me to find a FUD segment today, for the record, as well. And I do think that the markets here right now are very, very interesting because we get a lot of data like jobs reports and a lot of data that comes in. We're like, it's not good. It's not really passing the sniff test for me on a lot of factors, right? Because the markets are up. The stock markets are like through the roof right now. Yet there's other data that is kind of saying that we would be in a recession. So like it's like this mixed bag. And I think, I'm not going to say a lot of it. This is only speculation. I think a small piece of it is going to be like, hey, well, look at the markets. We're doing good. Like we're going into an election. All is well. You guys are making money. Shut up. We're good. Let's go. But all the data and people that are more in tune with businesses and, things of that nature may be telling a whole different story. And then, I don't know. I mean, what do you think about that? Like, do you think that we are trending towards a recession or could be in a recession? Or do you think that, maybe that data is just not as important or applicable as we think it is?
So I made a X post, whatever you call them, today talking about unemployment, and I don't think we're going to be in an official recession where everybody starts to panic until initial claims start coming in at like 350K, 400,000. So until those job numbers start to, like, even with the revisions and things like that, I don't think they're going to ring the alarm for things like that. I think it has to do with those initial claims of unemployment. Once those really start to rise, like another couple hundred, 100,000, 150,000, 200,000, that's when the alarm will be rang, and that's when I think fear will start to set in. Until then, I'm bullish on risk assets. That's my metric. So I have a couple metrics that I'm looking at right now. I got Ethereum keeping its upper sloping trend line since 2022, is macro upper sloping trend line. I have Nvidia holding 100, and then I have initial claims coming in at 350 to 400,000. So if all those three are in alignment, then I'm still bullish risk assets. But I do think after the election, like we always talk about, we'll have to see if some of these numbers are fudded a lot, or if they, these numbers start to unwind. But right now, I'm just riding the wave, and Bitcoin is going up. There's nothing we can do but stay on the train or get on the train if we're a little bit late. Luckily, Bitcoin dominance is very high, so we're getting a chance to jump into some of these alts, which we'll talk about a little bit later. A lot of these alts aren't moving, so we're just waiting for Bitcoin
we could be
dominance.
Getting close.
Yeah, so
we could be getting close.
Yeah, so we're just waiting on Bitcoin dominance to sort of start getting toppy, and then we'll figure out. I got a chart we can look at when we go over to the charts for Bitcoin dominance. I want to see 63 to 64%. That's what I want to see in an 80K Bitcoin. That's my 2 targets for a mega alt season. But we'll
Right
talk
on,
about
man.
it. Yeah.
I'm getting excited because I mean, like you said, dominance is going up, Bitcoin's moving. If we get any kind of consolidation, I think right now towards all-time highs, I think alts are going to follow, and they're going to follow quick. So
Yeah.
like you got to be ahead of it.
So we
we'll
need
see.
a little more, we need to get higher. I think we need to get higher price wise. We need to get higher Bitcoin dominance wise, and we need a little bit more new liquidity to come in, because right now we were just playing patty cake, over here, back to meme coins, back to Bitcoin, back to meme coins, back to Bitcoin, just everybody player versus player. We need some more liquidity coming in to the space, even if it's institutional. I don't think the retail is coming back like that, not anytime soon. Like, it's going to take us to get up to like 85, 90, 100,000 for retail, for your phone to start ringing, for your auntie's cousin to start calling again.
Crazy.
And
Crazy
then
to think about.
I think more liquidity will come in, but I don't think the retail liquidity is going to push us to those heights that we need to get to an all season.
Yeah, right on. All right, cool. Let's go get over to the market update here, and then we'll get into the charts because we know that's why you guys are here. First up is economic calendar. You got the JOLTS job openings. That's going to go Tuesday, October 29th, and that is actually tomorrow. You got GDP growth rate. That is going to go Wednesday, October 30th. Core PCE price index, personal income, personal spending, month over month for all of those. That's going to be Thursday, October 31st. Speaking of Thursday, October 31st, Halloween, I will be dressing up. Alex O, I see you in the chat. Are you still coming on, man? Let us know if you're going to come on, if you're dressing up. I'm not going to ruin it for you, tell you what I'm dressing up as. FD, it's on you, man. So if you want to dress up, you got to you got to dress up. You got to.
Here, man. Yeah.
All right, cool. So also on October 31st is the giveaway. All right, so make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be a quick show. Obviously, it's Halloween. So we're going to definitely keep this one, probably 15, 20 minutes, give you a little bit of an update, do our giveaway, and then we all, we're going to bounce and do the Halloween thing. But we will do a show October 31st. Alex O said, let's go. So he's in. All right, cool. Let's keep it going here. Total market cap is at 2.36 trillion. That is up 2.19%. 24-hour trading volume is at 87.2 billion. That is a 90.27% increase. That is a big, big move. We're seeing that a lot on Mondays. I have noticed that trend of Mondays where you see that big increase of volume. All right, so keep an eye on that. Sunday evenings, you're starting to kind of see that lead turn going into Monday. We may have to start looking at doing some content. Uh-oh. This is interesting. My session has expired, but we're good. All right, keeping it going. Bitcoin dominance is currently sitting at 58.45%. We have been talking about that pretty much every show. You're seeing about a 0.25% move every 24 hours, and it's continuing that trend. Let's get over to the crypto bubbles. You can see Hex is up 21.8%. I could pop that bubble if I could, but I can't. But that is what it is. All right, Doge, 18.3%. Hey, it's not like you heard it here, but you might have heard it here. FD has been riding that Doge train for quite some time.
I told you 10 cent. I said, get in at 10 cent. You're sleeping on Doge. It has too much bullish catalyst
We were
behind
talking,
it. But
yep.
it's still like we still need some things to align. So don't jump the gun yet. So we still need
10 cents wasn't jumping the gun. 10 cents was like, we are at significant support. We were talking about it. We're like, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents. This thing is not leaving 10 cents. Somebody is buying at 10 cents, keeping it at 10 cents. So it's only a matter of time before it made its move. Here you go. So we'll see. Maybe if we have some time, we'll take a look at that. Rune is up 12.5%. SHIB, no surprise that SHIB is actually following with Doge. Even though it is the Doge killer per se, it actually has a correlation with Doge quite often, just based on it being one of those popular meme tokens. All right, BSV is up 9.3%. Brett's up 8.3%. Who's getting hit right now? 8. Still getting hit. It is still falling off that big high that it had. It had a real big push up. And after their, what did they introduced something? I'm drawing a blank right now, but what's up? Chain? Ape Chain.
Ape Chain, yep.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it was. Ape Chain, and then they had their conference. So they had a pretty big move up. Ray is down 7.6%, OM down 6%, and that is pretty much it in terms of people that are getting smacked around right now. All right, let's get over to the liquidation heat map. Looking at that, we can see we have cleared out a lot of liquidity on its way up. We did talk about that quite a bit. You do have a trend, right? Trend is going up and right. Liquidity kind of clearing it out. But what are you seeing now? You're starting to see that the liquidity is starting to go away, right? So those shorts have been wrecked. They've been beaten into submission. That could mean there's an opportunity for a cool off. I'm not saying there's going to be a cool off. I'm just saying it leaves the door open for it. You do see that it is actually pretty clear down here as well. The hottest spot on the map is actually still down at about 66,600. Somewhere around there, you got quite a bit of liquidity sitting. But I don't know if that's necessarily close enough to drive price action, to be honest. That liquidity might get left alone for quite a bit. So look to see if that continues to build up, see if we do get a reversal and a trend back down and right. Then we start talking about this liquidity as a driving force for price action again. But other than that, nothing too crazy on the chart. Let's actually go to, look at the monthly. I haven't looked at the monthly in a while. Let's see if we got any big hot spots here. And nope, already hit it. And the bigger hotspot to the downside is down about 64.6 or so. So yeah, I mean, you could see that, again, I don't think liquidity is really going to drive price action. This is going to go back to fundamentals. This is going to go back to investment people like retail coming in, traditional TA. This is good. All right. So you take liquidity off the map. So I like to see that. Let's go ahead and get over to Bitcoin real quick. I'm going to keep it pretty quick, all right, because we've talked about this area quite often. But the 2021 high and getting over top of this zero, all right, about 69.5 is what I wanted to see, all right? So when I say I wanted to see it, you want to see it, but you also are looking for us to flip what was support, all right? That's the 69.5 area. You want to come down, get that retest, and then I think all-time high is most surely in play at that point. So we want to maintain this area right here. All right. Here's a little shield for chart prime though. If you guys don't know, this thing is fire. You can see it built a symmetrical triangle, had the dynamic reactor as support. All right. That's always an important thing to see on the 4 hour. Came down, wicked off of that twice. Look at how strong the wicks are, the buying pressure off the dynamic reactor, which is wild to think about. Formed a symmetrical triangle and it had a breakout. So not only did you see this green right here, this green bubble is showing you that there's a breakout. All right, there's a breakout, and then it gives you a smart target. And we have filled that. All right, so that move right there is about a 2.5% move. A little bit of leverage, a little bit of capital, nice play, right? And it did it all for you. So you can get alerts. You can set an alert on the screen bubble right here, this pattern break, and it will let you know. And then one of the things that I like to do personally when I see these pattern breaks is I like to see it retest. Okay, so you'll get a pattern break. I like to see a retest on this, the pattern, and then look for that move up and right. So that's kind of my personal way of entering a trade based on these pattern breakouts. So we did talk about this area down here. Still remains, okay? I'm still going to sit a position here, just waiting. Not saying it's going to go there, all right? But there is a lot of confluence on the daily still, so that hasn't changed my mind at all. You still have a trend line that's going up and right. Dynamic reactor still up there. Golden pocket, horizontal level of resistance. Or support. Sorry. There's a lot sitting there. So I got no issue with sitting a long position, just waiting. I've done it before. Sometimes it takes a month. Sometimes it takes 2 months. And call it luck or whatever. But I'm just gonna sit there and wait. So it looks like you did have a pattern breakout on the daily as well. So this is very, very interesting. I haven't really looked at the daily too much today, but you can see pattern breakout and the smart target is putting it right under the all-time high. So all of this is still in play. If you're wondering what this dashed line is right here, that is the channel that I've been talking about, right? So when I said that there's a long-standing channel that goes back, to 2021, this is it. So this is the support right here. This is the median. And you can see the median has been, it hasn't rejected cleanly off of it, but you can see that area is still significant, right? So keep an eye on that because that is now intersecting with the all-time high. So you have the all-time high, you got smart target up here. That would be where I'd probably look for a potential short opportunity, to be honest with you. It's kind of my thing. I did it, I want to say it was at 69K when it got up there initially. I can't remember. It was 69K, but I basically shorted it. Every time it goes up to an all-time high, I start looking at shorts. I'm not saying just automatically short, but definitely look at the setup and see what you're seeing on the indicators or the oscillators, and see if you're getting any kind of double tops or something along those lines. So just start exploring, do a little bit of research, see if that opportunity is there for you. But we got to wait till price gets there before we start talking about it here. I just say that it is in play now. All right. So looking good for Bitcoin right now. Structure looks good. Higher highs, higher lows. I can say that we've officially kind of bucked the trend, right? We had trends within trends. We are now kind of reversing from this intermediate one, right? So you have the overall trend, which is bullish. Overall trend, larger time frame, that's bullish. That's up and right. We had this kind of medium, time frame, we'll say, just for lack of better words, where we're setting some lower highs, lower lows. We've broken that now. So structure for that is broken. Structure for this in play. All right, so 73K definitely, I think within reach and plausible. Not gonna say, not saying TradeFly says it's going to 73K. Not what I'm saying, but the structure's there to make that play for 73. All right, cool. That's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to FD. Let's get it started, man.
Cool. So I'm looking at Bitcoin dominance because this is, as we approach all-time highs for Bitcoin, this is going to be on my radar a lot more. It should have actually been on my. I was watching a Ben Cowan video, might have been a couple of days ago or something like that, and he was explaining why he's so hell bent on Bitcoin dominance. Because I'm thinking like, okay, I care about Bitcoin dominance, but I do, but I don't. But then the way he broke it down, talking about how he just took all his altcoins and put it in Bitcoin, and as Bitcoin dominance rose to his number or rises to his number, then he'll start to go into alts, which is fine. But I'm also a trader too, so sometimes I like to go back and forth. And if you want to denominate it in Bitcoin terms, then that's fine and dandy as well. But for me, I like to denominate it in USD because I like to trade in and out of that USDT, and then sometimes hold it in USD or USDT, and then go back and forth from Bitcoin, altcoins, USDT. So it just depend on what you want to do and how you want to play the market, and dependent on your goals. But looking at Bitcoin dominance, I'm zoomed out, and I'm looking at the trend that we started all the way from the end of the bull market in 2021. This is when we bottomed out for Bitcoin dominance, and we started in this uptrend. So where we're at right now, we're almost at about 60%. That's the first line in the sand. We can roll over at around 60%. Let me actually make this a little bit bigger so we can see it. But I want to go higher. I actually want to go higher, and then I'll explain what I'm looking at for alt season right here. So I want to keep going. I actually want to where's my marker? I want to keep going. I want to flip 60, and I want to possibly flip this 64, 65 area. Then I want to see a rollover. If we go back towards how it was last cycle, we got up to like 70, I think it was like 73, 74. That would be, to me, even better, and then rollover. But I'm thinking we're probably going to be in between 60 to 65% for Bitcoin dominance. And if you look over at the volume profiles, you see a bunch of gaps. And the biggest gap that I'm seeing is between this 55 and this 40. So this is why I have alt season right here. So this is what I really want to see. I want to see Bitcoin dominance keep climbing up past 60. I want to see us get past all-time highs, maybe 75, 80K. And then I want to see some type of rollover. And this is what will happen if we start to get a massive rollover like we saw if we go back to the top of the market in December of, let me see, when was that? This is December 2020, January 2021. Let me see how that went. January, September. What am I looking at? What was I looking at? Okay, we'll come back to that when I remember. But I want to see us, we'll probably stop here. This will be a good alt season. But what I really want to see is this gap get filled here and come down to about 44, 45% for altcoin season. I think this will be the massive alt season that everybody's been looking at. If we get to like 55, 54, it's going to be a pretty good alt season. It's going to be okay. But this here, once we lose this 40, 54, 55%, come down to those mid to low 40s for Bitcoin dominance, I think that's when we get that mega altcoin season. And lo and behold, I mean, if we get back to 2021 levels at 38%, 38 to 40%, then I mean, just you have to be looking out. But that will probably mark the end of the bull market once we get those huge parabolic runs in some of these alts. But the difference is in this cycle is just so many more coins, it's so many more projects, so many more meme coins that's being created. So a lot of the liquidity is going to be spread out more so than any of the cycles in the past. So you still, it's not going to be like close your eyes, pick a coin and watch it go up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x. You're still going to have to be in some of the right coins. You're still going to have to be in some of the right sectors in order to benefit from this Bitcoin dominance rolling over and then that massive alt season coming on. So the top sectors that we've been looking at, of course, meme coins, which is like gambling. It's like a casino. So it's going to kind of be hard to pick those unless you pick the ones that's been running, thus far. Of course, we have the AI narrative that hasn't really heated up that much as of late, but I think that one's going to come back. Gaming might potentially come back. And it's a few more that may potentially come back, but we just have to see how this plays out. But like you said, with Bitcoin, we still need to break that all-time high. Let me actually go over to Bitcoin. We still need to come out, hold this 69 to 70K area as support. We're still bumping our head on this 70K. I got 70,378 is my line we need to flip. Hold that. I think these all-time highs will be taken out fairly quick. And then look out up top, look out up top. So I think 70,385 or somewhere around there. So we'll just say 70,000 is the line that we really need to hold. I'm not too worried about all-time highs right now because I think 70K is the line that we need to hold and flip. And I think we'll be all set. And then, like I said, we have the election coming up. So we might get a boost from that going into it and a little bit afterward. And then we have the when everybody's in cheerful moods during the Santa Claus rally. Like it's all lined up for us to break all-time highs and make a significant bounce. But we just have to be prepared for in either scenario. But I'm leaning a lot more bullish. And like I said, especially talking about recessions and things like that, I think it's going to be it's kicked down the road, especially with the like I said, the election being around the corner. So I think after the election, maybe Q1, Q2, the end of Q1, the end of Q2, or beginning of Q2, we'll have a little bit more information to go off of to make our longer term thesis. But for the time being, the next 1 to 2 months, I think you should be, I'll be allocated heavily into the markets.
Right on. Let's look at Doge real quick. We got Doge up on the daily. All right, I did put a fib extension on there. So we have talked about Doge quite a bit. We were talking about that 10 cent area. You can see that you had a trend going up and right. We finally made that breakout. And then you can see here, looking for that retest. And, this is what I talk about, getting on top of this. So this is not something I just drew. This has been on there for more than, I think, a week at this point, or at least last week. So you're looking at this high right here. You got a rejection. You come back left on the chart and you're like, all right, where do I have this resistance or the support is here, right? But we were seeing, hey, that could probably be resistance. We could flip that into support. Flipping what was resistance into support, you're looking for that retest and then that move up. All right. So we popped. Once we got that retest, all right, we just we're full launch mode here with Doge. So where can we go? Well, that's why I do a fib extension. You kind of take the low to the high, kind of bring it back here where we popped at. And then, I'm like, come back left on the chart. I'm trying to tie it in to be like, all right, like where could we find resistance? Well, very simple horizontal level to look at here. You can see what was support and resistance before we had ultimately a breakdown here, right at about 17.7. And then you had that big move down. All right, that shows me it's a significant area of price action. You got the fib extension that's showing you about the same area. So 17.3, 17.7, somewhere in that range there. You could find some resistance as well. So obviously there's going to be little levels of like intermediate resistance. You have here, and current like right about where we're at right now. So, but that being said, if you're taking more of a macro approach, a macro look, you're not doing this intraday, then you start looking at about 17.3 to 17.7 as an area of resistance where we could see a pullback. So where would we look for maybe a potential bounce? Well, I would say, hey, maybe we come back down to the 618 here, right? Maybe we come up, we do a little rejection, come down to 618, keep our structure. Structure looks good. And then maybe we can continue a move up and right. Where's your next stop? If you get past this, what are we going to do? Well, let's go ahead and delete that. We'll look for the retest again. So you got that here, right? You see this blue one. And then we'll look for that retest again, come up, and then that's your next stop at about 20 cents, 21 cents. And this is a very macro perspective, very easy, nothing too complex here. But, Doge is looking nice. We've been talking about it quite a bit. And right now, the structure looks good. So those are some key levels for you guys to look at. I'd say 17.3 and about 20 cents are two very realistic, price points for Doge. And, I'm not going to say the near term, but definitely soon. If Bitcoin keeps making a press up to the all-time highs and we get over the all-time high or consolidation, keep an eye on Bitcoin, obviously. Bitcoin is daddy. It's going to drive the market, but those are some definitely, I'd say, realistic price points for Doge here in the midterm, we'll say. And again, if you get a little pullback off of this area, start looking at about 15 cents. That's going to be an area. This would be my more of a conviction play here, because we have very clear areas of resistance and support where we got that retest. So if the market pulls back for whatever reason and we get a little FUD in the market, don't be scared to set an alert right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to set an alert right there. This is the way that I kind of like to do it. I'm very, very big proponent of finding significant levels of support and resistance and then letting the price action come to me. Okay, so I don't have to trade it right now where like, okay, Doge is moving. Like I don't need that FOMO. Like I'll just wait. Something weird will happen at some point. Like somebody will do something stupid in the world and then Bitcoin or the prices will pull back for crypto. And then you see these opportunities that like you never thought would be possible again. And they become possible all the time. Especially when you see those big run-ups. You saw CAS run up and people are like, oh, well, I may not ever see 10 cents again. Well, if I remember correctly, it's pretty close, maybe 12 cents or something like that. But, time and time again, you'll see that these tokens or these projects, they'll pull back to the golden pocket or the 0.5 on a fib retracement. And then they'll continue that move up and right. Nice bullish structure. That's okay. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking at on Doge. FD, I'm going to pass it on over to you. Let's see what you got, man.
So, Toncoin. A lot of people have not been talking about Toncoin for a while. But if you remember when Bill Noble was on the channel, we was talking about that level at about $4.80. I think it was like $4.83 or something, somewhere around there. So we haven't broke that. Like we've been around this area. We've tested it. Wick. Look at these wicks. Well, look at these wicks. That means buyers have came in strong. This is on a weekly time frame. So every time it came down to this yellow bar right here, buyers came in strong. This is in April. Buyers. April again. Buyers. August, major buyers. Again, we had it in September, buyers. We just had it again on the 21st last week, buyers. So this is a pretty much like how we talked about Dogecoin was finding a bottom at about 10 cents. So I can say with conviction, Toncoin has pretty much found a bottom, barring some event that the whole crypto market just starts to crash. And then we have just all this, like you see all this space on the volume profiles. Like if we lose this, we're going back to about $2.50, give or take. So that's basically like a 50% drop from here, which I don't see happening, like I said, unless something in the crypto market goes wrong or something in the overall economy or the world goes wrong. So I'm pretty convicted at this area that we're in right now for Toncoin that we're going to continue higher. And we just have to break from this downtrend. This is coming back from the high in, I think it was March. Nope, we got in the high in June. So the high is $8.30. We just been making lower highs. But if I'm looking at this, if I zoom out and I look at this, so we have this, and then I'm sort of looking at something like this. I can pull my pole. That's a terrible looking pole, but I mean, the measured move for this could possibly be around $11. Let's say, yep, $11. $11 will be what I'll be aiming for in the midterm if this actually does potentially break out. We are getting to the apex of this triangle, so I will be looking for a move. We would have a stop here at about $6.20, $6 to about $6.25. And then after that, I think it's, we do have the high of $8.31, but I think ultimately we'll probably get up to that $10, $11 price point that we're looking at. And once this happens, I think the whole market will be emotional. So I'll be looking at, I'll be looking at higher than this. So once those emotions come in, FOMO starts to set in, and it's just going up, then I'm looking for it to start going just up like that, and then we'll get some type of rollover. So I'll be looking at higher prices than, you know, $10, $11. But for the short term, I'll be just looking at those 3 price points, breaking this at about $6 to $6.25, and then breaking that high at $8.28. But ultimately, I'll be looking at like $11 to take profits if I'm getting in around this $5. So that's, you know, you're doubling your money, a little bit more than doubling your money if you want to get in right there. But like I said, this is looking like a bottom. We talked about this, like I said, with Bill Noble, and we've been looking at this ever since April. And you can just tell by these weekly wicks that the buyers have stepped in every single time we've came to this level. So that's a good sign when I'm looking at that. And it's actually, I haven't pulled any oscillators out. Let me pull this up. So money flow is looking like it's starting to curve up a little bit, but it's not giving me nothing too much yet. Let's look on the daily. We did get a reversal arrow on chart prime. We did get a green dot on the cipher B divergences. So it's looking like this is a bottom again. We had the same thing happen when we came down and touched it again. We got the reversal candle. We got the green dot, came back over here. We're just looking at this green dot, reversal candle. So it's looking like a bottom here. And I think I'm going to try to buy a little bit more time coin at this area, because it looks like this is where the buyers have came to the consensus that this is a bottom. So I'll be looking at Toncoin right here. And if you want to get a proxy of this, look at Notcoin, N-O-T. It's a meme coin on Ton. So anytime Toncoin starts to blast off, look at that. It'll probably move 10 times faster than this. So that's more of a degenerate play, which I'm going to do leveraged, because I'm starting to get a little bit more antsy and a little bit more degenerative. So I'll be looking at this to gauge how much I want to go in with Notcoin. So that's what I'll be looking at, trying to maximize, take some profits, and then put it into more degenerate plays. Don't put any of your own money in there. Use the house money for those degenerate plays. You're muted.
Give a couple more shout outs here. We got Andrea, B Team Crypto in the chat. Retro Mike Tech, how you doing, fam? Go check his channel out. Trade Intuition, my man Joe's in here. Go check him out as well. Mike Play, he says, sup, fam? What's up, dude? Hope all is well with you. Plate the Great with his hootie hoo. He's in the chat. Let's go. All sets in here. Say hello, fam. French Toaster, hola, my friend. And who else do we got? Scrolling through. Davey Zambrano. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. How you doing? All right, the Biomex, he said, hola, what's up, dude? How are you? We got to get you on, dude. So we just transitioned. We're transitioning Ecamm. This is the first episode we've done on Ecamm. We should be good. I got all the scenes set up for the trio. So just let me know when you're available. Hit me up on X, and we'll get this party started, man. Flatsmack's in the house. How you doing? JS, he said, good evening. Good evening to you, my friend. JR Block, he said, let's get rich. Let's do it, man. I'm down for that. That's why we're here. Caffeinated Crypto gifting 5 Piper Academy memberships. Thank you very much, my friend. Let's see who got them. JR Block, Jacob B, Little Fish, Timothy Murphy, Fade and TradeFly, all got some memberships to the Piper Academy. Come on over to the Discord. There's some perks over there for you guys. Check us out. We got some alpha in there as well. And then, of course, you get to have fun with all the cool little emojis in the chat. So let's go. Caffeinated Crypto, he said, let's hear that rap again. I don't have it yet on Ecamm, so you might have to give me a day or two. I don't have everything transitioned over, but I will get you, man. I'll get you on the next episode. I'll do that. I'll do that tonight for you.
So,
all right, man.
Before we move on, B Team Crypto says, what does Ton do again? Is use case wise. So it's a L1, and it's by Telegram. It's a Telegram blockchain. So the reason I'm bullish on it is because of Telegram. Telegram is a staple in the technology world. It has a use case outside of crypto, and they're talking about integrating the Toncoin inside of Telegram at some point. So I guess you can, you can buy stuff on Telegram or convert, I don't know, accept Ton on Telegram, but it's made by the Telegram people and the Telegram founder and things like that. So that's why a lot of people are bullish on it, because it's tied to something that already has a real world use case. But it's a L1.
Right on. Yeah, and there's a lot of people on Ton, especially in the space. So I mean, Ton is very, very popular, and then a lot of like crypto heads, they use not Ton, but what was the darn chat that everyone's using? What was it?
Telegram.
Telegram. There you go. All right. Yeah, a lot of people are using that. All right, cool. I'm gonna do one more round here. I'm gonna go through CAS super, super quick because we have talked about it quite a bit on the show. Do you have anything else that you want to look at, or you want to wrap it up with CAS?
No, that was pretty much it for tonight.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, we'll be posting a lot more on X though. I posted 2 trades. I should have posted it in the Discord. I don't know why I didn't. I posted a GOAT trade earlier, and I posted so I think we're still in profits on that. And I think I posted a near trade as well. So follow me on X, man. But it's gonna be in the Discord. I gotta start putting it in the Discord. My bad, Piper.
Get it together, FD. Username. He says so much positivity makes me feel like saying something nice. I'm proud the show almost started on time for once. Come on, man, be easy over there. It was what, like 10 seconds? And that was just me like clicking the buttons. Goodness gracious, man. He's a tough customer. Here.
Sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Maybe that'll calm you down, username. I know I got to give you your medicine every couple times, throughout the episode. So, all right, let's go ahead and look at CAS real quick here, and then we'll wrap this up. CAS, we've been talking about this channel. All right, you can see very clearly the resistance and the structure here, right? So it's been a nice little climb. We have now, for the first time in a very long time on CAS, broken out of that channel. Okay, so we did get underneath of what was support. We got underneath the 382, and one of the things that I did draw in here, and I kind of deleted it, but what you don't want to see is the price come out. Oh man, see, look at that. That's not what I wanted here. All right, there we go. You don't want to see the price go like that. Retest, because if we retest and it finds resistance right in this area, that could be more downside and back down to the 0.5. But you can see there was willing buyers here at the 0.5 at about 10 cents. So we did talk about that based on these previous areas or this previous bounces off of the support area. And you can see the wick was pretty nice, right? So there is buying pressure. That is good. But you're coming up for that retest here. You do not want to see a rejection. You would like to reestablish in the range. If it does reestablish in the range, not that big a deal. Like there's still hope that we can kind of continue this structure for the most part up and right. See, you can see like it's not always going to be perfect. All right. Not always perfect, but you do want to reestablish this range. Now what you're going to have is this dynamic reactor working its way down pretty sharply on the daily. And you're going to have to get through that as resistance. Then you're going to have to get to the 0.236, yada, yada, yada. Big thing is this trend line right here, very important. So I wanted to point that out to you guys. Right now, that trend line's at about 12.8 to about 13 cents. That's an area that you just keep an eye on. Okay, so if we get over top of that, could be an opportunity to get back into CAS, maybe take a long position. But right now, if we see a rejection, then I would say that the odds are more likely that you see 10 cents again. So again, key level for you to keep an eye on. All right, just wanted to point that out to you on CAS, and that is all I got. So pretty quick, pretty simple there. And we are going to start wrapping this one up today.
I got one more. I got a trade really quick.
You got one more?
It's back to GOAT. Right. We'll do another GOAT. So, we told you over this was about 4 hours ago. Long in GOAT at 51 or a reclaim of 60 cent. No man's land for me right now. So we were at 57 cent. So let me go back to my chart. We ended up going up, reclaiming that 60 cent area, and then we rolled it all the way up to 70 cent. I think I got back out at like 60. I think I had my stop loss set at like maybe 67, 62. So that was a nice little move. Now what I'll be looking for, looks like we're creating a lower high, a higher low rather. So if we do come back down and hold this 60 cent area, just rinse and repeat. I'm really rinsing and repeating this trade right here again. So if we get rejected at this line right here, we can make our way back up. You can either take profit at about 65, or ultimately I'll be aiming for that 70 cent mark again, and then I'll take profits. You can probably leave a little bit on the table and try to flip that, and then try to just keep going, because this thing is just so volatile. So don't use a whole bunch of leverage. Don't use a bunch of money. Just, make a few $100s here and there. I think I made like $335 just doing that in like, less than an hour. It might have been like an hour and a half or something like that. So I'll just rinse and repeat. I just rinse and repeat these trades, make 3, 6, couple $100s, and then I'm out. I'm good for the day, or good for the next couple days. I can take my family to Walmart and we can go shopping. So that's all I want to do, man. I just want to take my family to Walmart, buy some toys, buy some good things to eat, couple steaks here and there, man, and keep it moving, man. So I use trading as fun money. So that's what I'll be looking for GOAT, and it's very volatile. So you can either lose a lot or win a lot. So be careful.
Right on. Yeah. I mean, they always say, man, if you're getting into trading, it is risky business. All right. So most people do not win. So only, put in what you can afford to lose. But that being said, that's kind of why we're here, right? Maybe we can help you out a little bit looking at some of those support and resistance levels, and maybe teach you a little bit something to kind of add to your toolbox, so hopefully it'll help you become maybe a more rounded trader. And that's what we're here for. So, cause we're all learning together. I learned something from FD, all the time. I learned from Alex O, Joe, he's got his own style as well. Piper, so there's always little pieces that you can take away from somebody to make you that much better. So that being said,
before we get out of here, man, I'm sorry. So a lot of people on YouTube, man, I'm gonna just tell you this. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, I can come and I can tell you this trade, but I do add like other things into it, like oscillators and things like that for confluence and whatnot. But a lot of people are going to come and bring you complex things that you have no idea what they're talking about to make them seem like they're super smart. But in all actuality, all that stuff is not needed all the time. It could be used a lot of times, but for the most part, you can come with a nice strategy, a nice approach, because in crypto, I'm trying to tell you, the players that you are trading against, especially after hours, are non-experienced traders. So a lot of these things are going to respect these levels because everybody's looking at the same levels. So if everybody's the newbie traders and all that are looking for the same levels, then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I usually like to look at certain coins and things like that, because some of the newbie traders are trading it like meme coin traders. They look for, here's a bunch of support right here, we're just all going to long here, and then it just turns out to be a long and it works. So it's just, you just know your instrument.
There's also people that are smarter are going to dump it on your face, like Doge. Everyone was like getting wrapped around Doge going to $1, and people were holding. They were like, it's going to $1. Everyone was saying it's going to $1. You know what that means? If everybody's expecting it to go to $1, the people with the big money are going to be like, well, I'm going to get out at 90 cents then. I ain't worried about you. I'm going to get out before that, because they don't want retail to sell off at that psychological number, and then they lose their profit. So something you got to think about. The psychology of the market is a thing.
Exactly. So once it starts getting bigger and once it starts getting more popular and things like that, and then big players catch wind of it, then you got to be a little bit more cautious at these price points, because they know everybody's looking at these same levels, and then they're going to pump it before it gets to your support or dump it before it gets to your resistance. So it's just one of them things you have to be in the market and kind of risk management, really. Like you can't predict the future. Doubt. So just make sure your risk management is cool. So and don't trade with the mortgage money.
Yeah, don't do that. All right, a couple shout outs in the chat, man. I see my man Dave Digital in here. Just want to give him a shout out. Say what's up, dude. Hope all is well with you. Good to see you in here. And then Alex O Crypto, he said smart people use open mouth thumbnails. Yeah, there you go. We'll try not to do that here. And what else? Username. He said Piper Academy needs the Academy hotline that can be called 24/7 for financial advice. I mean, we don't give financial advice here, but it's not a bad idea. It's pretty cool. We're gonna get out of here. FD, you got anything for the people on the way out?
Oh no, man. Appreciate everybody.
He's like, I'm good this time.
Yeah, it's Monday. I got my show. I didn't watch, so I'm gonna go watch my show. I'm not eating no popcorn today because I told myself I'm not eating after 8 p.m. no more. I got to get my 6-pack back. I only got 4.5, so I got to get my 6-pack back. So I'm gonna get it back before Christmas, so I can give my wife a nice, good present.
Before Christmas, I mean, and this is the time like bears and stuff. You're kind of stocking up, and like you get. I got the skinny fat man. What's they call it? They call this the dad bod.
Yeah.
I got that going. I got to
switch up though. when you're married, you got to take on a bunch of different persons. Sometimes you want to be kind of big. Sometimes you want to be, so she can feel like she got somebody new. You know what I mean? So you have big
You got
sometimes,
someone
you
new.
be little sometimes. You don't want to just keep the same thing over and over. You got to switch it up, man. Keep the fire going. Keep the flame burning.
I thought the belly showed health. That's what I read. All right. Cool. We're going to get out of here. Of course, me and FD spiral at the end. It was only a matter of time. But thank you guys for being in the chat. We really appreciate you. Don't forget October 31st. I'm going to actually pull that up real quick on my X because we're doing a giveaway. It is not Z.com. What are you doing, Dan? All right. It's going to be all right. Here we go. Got it. Pulling it up here. Share. Boom. Shakalaka. All right. So we got it. We're giving away $100 on Halloween. Alex O is going to be here with us. FD. We're all going to be dressed up. We're going to be doing this right. Halloween evening, we're going to do a giveaway. So the big thing for this show in particular, there's going to be giveaways on the morning show. There's going to be giveaways on the pre-morning show as well. Everybody's doing a giveaway. Total of $300 is going to be given away. So get over there, make yourself eligible here. But for this show, you got to have a Blowfin account. All right. So create a Blowfin account, put $50 in that thing, and you're going to be eligible. And I'll just go through. I'll look at the UID and we'll pick one. You don't have to be here on the show, just so you know. As long as you got $50 in the account and we pick it, we'll pick that live and we'll send it. So that is that. And we are going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Much love to the crypto fam here in the chat. It's very, very much appreciated. We are growing. The evening show is doing pretty well. And we got some exciting guests that we're going to be bringing on here soon, especially now that we've made that transition to eCam. It'll be much, much easier for us. So I have been talking to some big names. So that's what I'll give you guys. And yeah, we're out of here. You guys have a great night. Trade safe. Be safe. See you tomorrow. We're out.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah. Go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change.